red drum are still around, especially in the docks. And if you go way up in the shallow creeks,
The redfish seem to have been, kind of unfazed. They're just going to stay in extremely large schools, and if you find them, you find a lot of them.
Shallow water fishing, these deep holes and skinny creeks, man, that was the way to go. I did have live shrimp, but I'm pretty sure you could have caught these fish on anything.
Obviously the weather's been all over the place, but the water temperature is above 50 most places I'm seeing.
I've put my eyes on a bunch of trout. No one wants to do it, so we haven't been doing too much trout targeting, but they're around. Still seeing them. Good schools of them.
Just be real careful with them. They're spooky. The water's clear. They're not necessarily wanting to feed all the time.
My biggest hurdle is getting impatient and moving a little bit too fast and running them over. If you're good at just working real slow, what I've found is when I don't run them over, they've been real active and hungry.
You've already found those fish and isolated them, speckled trout in the back areas that they're going to be at. Then a large lure is great once you've isolated where those fish are, and then you can work forward or work backward and isolate down on those larger trout. That works great. But when you're pinging away trying to find trout and cover ground, I prefer to use a smaller finesse style jig head with a smaller finesse style jig.
It's just a basic old bass bait that works great. But I do like to dip it with a little chartreuse on the tail. I'm also throwing it with a chartreuse jig head.
Most of the time, those rockfish will gather up outside the mouth of those rivers. They do the same thing on the Roanoke and the Noose before they push up and make their run to spawn,
This is Gary with Fisherman's Post, and thank you so much for checking out the highlight reel from this week's Inshore Fishing Reports. If you enjoyed the highlight reel and want to check out the full hour's worth of content, you can do so here at fishermanspost.com/members. You can sign up monthly or get a discount if you sign up for the entire year. And if you have any questions, we're happy to help.